So California's got a cheating problem. Let's talk
Independent
about it.
journalist James O'Keefe and his team released another video this week of what appears to be more election fraud in the state of California. The footage capturing the homeless being paid to sign ballot petitions using the names of registered voters. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joins us, and I know that you spoke with O'Keefe earlier tonight, Jeff, who shared some.
But California's always had ballot issues. You know, all the time they would always say that this and this and this and that weren't lining up, and this. I mean, even the recall election for Gavin Newsom was fraudulent in itself. The ballots had like this little slit that you can tell whether or not you voted for recall of Gavin Newsom. So I mean, it's been coming. It's a thing.
Insight about this new video and what's coming next. Tell us more about your conversation.
So O'Keefe tells us this new video is just exposing more of what appears to be election fraud in the state of California. The footage showing the homeless
There's a mayoral race
Skid
going
Row
on right now. That's
reportedly
why.
being paid by petition circulators to sign ballot petitions using the names of real voters and forging their signatures. While speaking with the National
apparently you
News
don't
Desk
even need
Thursday,
to
independent journalist
write
James
a
O'Keefe
personal
breaking
signature.
down
You
one
can
of his
put a
newest
happy face if
reports,
you
showing
want
what
to.
appears to be more election fraud happening in California.
Which is
This
insane
week,
because it means
we
that
saw
they can
videos
just fraudulently
featuring people,
corrupt the
petitioners,
vote.
paying homeless people cash and telling them to forge the signatures of other registered voters.
The video capturing petitions.
What's stopping them from just doing it themselves? That's what I don't get. I mean, why do they have to get a signature if they can just forge the signature themselves over and over and over again? Which is surprising.
Circulators allegedly paying the homeless along LA Skid Row $2 to $3 per form to sign ballot petitions using the names and addresses of real registered voters.
All pages, and then I sign like Robert, and I get how much?
$3.
$3.
So you gonna go do this, they're gonna give you another $3. Then you gonna do somebody else, they're gonna give you another $3.
You know what stops all this? Voter ID. Plain and simple. Voter ID stops every single ounce of voter fraud. And then you get rid of early vote balloting. I mean, both those things, like you knock both those out, you don't have an issue anymore. I don't know why it's so hard. Unless they're trying to, which they are, cheating.
About 8 minutes in, O'Keefe, along with independent journalist Cam Higbee, can be seen visiting the addresses of the people connected to the names being used, including one resident who says that voter hasn't lived there for years.
I'm looking for a Vicky Walker. Is that?
Doesn't live here. I bought this house nearly 9 years ago.
Okay.
The only reason I know that name is because we still get her mail.
What's captured in the video appearing to violate multiple California felony statutes, including Elections Code 18613.
So why aren't they arresting them? Why aren't they arresting them? They should be putting these people in jail. But no, we can't do that because people don't know apparently their own laws. I bet the police are negligent on this part. They're probably aiding them, if not.
Signing another person's name to a petition, and Penal Code 470 forgery of signatures. O'Keefe saying the footage also showing Higbee and members of his team being assaulted.
My producer, Andrew, was punched in the neck, in the face by one of these guys. That's a battery. And Anthony Rubin was punched. That's a battery.
Responding to the video, a White House spokesperson saying in part, the administration is grateful reporters are bringing attention to election security. And President Trump himself writing, quote, terrible. The President of the United States is recognizing the work that...
Do I think that they're going to do anything? Probably not. I mean, in order for the government to get involved, I mean, this would have to reach the Supreme Court at some point or another. And the way they do it is basically, if they find suspect that there is voter fraud going on, it would have to be... The ballots would have to be reach a reasonable amount in order for it to be sufficient enough to change the actual voting of the area itself, of the mayoral race, or whatever race. So it's kind of fucked up. Like, even if you have cheating that's going on, it has to reach a certain amount before they start to do an investigation upon it. Which, I mean, if you think about it, cheating's still cheating. So why should it matter?
Journalists like yourself are doing, how much weight does that carry as you continue to release videos?
In 2019, I was at the White House and
Great reporter. He's been covering a lot of the shit that's been going down with the mayoral race. And this is just one of the instances that he's caught these guys. I mean, he's got more. I don't think they've come out with the full video yet, but they've come out with more stuff on what's going on.
Trump told me to stand up, and I'm grateful for his moral support. But I think what we really need is for someone to get arrested immediately.
Yeah.
That has to happen. And if it doesn't happen, I'm not, speaking personally, I'm not sure why I would continue doing what I do at all.
Now, O'Keefe says he and his team will continue.
Yeah, what's the point if you can't arrest someone? It's just catching them with their pants down, but nobody's there to fucking arrest the dude for in public indecency. It doesn't make any sense.
To release a new video every single day until somebody is arrested, recognizing that state leaders are paying attention. I know you're pointing to arrests and action, but any indication that they are taking this seriously, state leaders are taking this seriously?
Yes.
I want to see the statistics on how much this goes on in red states versus blue states. I bet there's a huge difference. Or even blue cities versus red cities. If there is such a thing.
Good question. Yeah, the California state authorities are taking it seriously, and I can tell that by the communications that we received by the Secretary of State's office, just the where they're going about communicating. But the barometer seems like they're taking it extremely seriously.
Now, in response to last week's video, California Governor Gavin Newsom's team sending O'Keefe this statement right here, writing that this alleged activity is a felony and anyone caught should be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
He's just rubbing it in their face now at that point. He knows what's going on. I mean, we know it, they know it, we all know it. I don't think anything's going to happen. I think that whoever's going to be winning, whether it be Karen Bass or Spencer Scott, or I think that they already have the person that they want winning, and that's going to be the person that wins. And then whatever this comes about, if anything, it's just going to be swept underneath the rug. But voter ID, and you solve every single issue. Get rid of early balloting as well, because that tends to be the issue with these guys running up and basically getting an upper hand on the voting on the later part. I mean, think about it for a second. How do you have the date of the voting stops, and then you still have votes that come in, and you're still counting the votes? And plus, you're not checking the votes to see whether or not they're fraudulent or not. I mean, basically, you're just writing off votes for whoever you want to win. I mean, it's completely absurd.
As for what's next here, O'Keefe tells us next week he and his team will be releasing a video sharing who's paying for these alleged fraud crimes, sharing receipts and also copies of checks. Reporting for the National News Desk, I'm Jeff Harris.
And we will wait to see if there are any arrests.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to come up with this, and it's a sad state of affairs because I live in California too, Los Angeles. So we get to deal with the next level bullshit that comes up with the fucking next person who comes into power, which I think Karen Bass is going to take the winning, so we get an extra, 4 years of her nonsensical bullshit? We should be arresting the people that are getting involved and doing a recount immediately, but we're not going to get that. Sad state of affairs, alright. Laters.